Oh yeah, you finally have the reason to have those stones.
Oh hell yeah! Give me that shit. I love Houndoom.
Real quick, who's your team?
I'm gonna show you actually. I was gonna do it after I'm done with this movie. Bless you, bless you. So this is my main team right now. And I
Okay,
will
see.
say Absol is just there because they could evolve. But now when I have Houndoom that can evolve, I think I'm gonna swap them. I have
Lucas.
Rilu here because of us talking about Lucas recently. So I was like, you know what? That's relevant and kind of funny.
That's relevant.
And also, I need like a fighter type, and I was like, you know what? Lucas will do. Quill Aiden is an interesting grass type that I've been fucking around with, and I've been able to just kind of smack all kinds of moves on them, so I like it.
Yeah.
Like I said, Absol is just someone I need to swap. Houndoom is actually so fucking good that I've not wanted to swap them for other fire Pokemon.
Yeah.
Rolls is rolls, and Psychic Fairy is good to have. Basically, though, like I used to have rolls.
I noticed that your starter's gone.
Yeah, I decided to swap out Crocodile for Frogadier, but then I'm also planning to eventually swap that for Staryu.
Okay. Old.
Yeah, so because I don't know, I think I've said it before, but I don't have any strong feelings towards Crocodile. So I'm kind of just feeling out whatever water Pokemon I want to use, and I've always been interested in Staryu, but Frogadier has managed to level up so good that it's kind of hard to swap it out. So I need to try some candy to get Staryu up first. I have Charmeleon here that I was talking about. I don't know if it was yesterday or when it was.
Yeah, I don't know why you were like the way that you said it was interesting.
Oh, I was trying to just be as like it's happening by as
Right here,
possible.
but like you were like for you. You were like for you. I'm doing this. I'm gonna take the bullet and get a Charizard.
There it is. And Mulga because I want to like electricity and fly. And also Mulga is cute. Yeah, no, I just thought it would be funny if I just dropped in and said, I'm gonna pick up Charizard.
Yeah. It was like I asked you to go get one from the store. Hey man, can you go pick up a Charizard for me?
I literally did I picked up Charizard and then I ran away with Charizard. I didn't even give it to you. I just fucking put it.
Yeah. By the way, I found 2 more shinies since the one that I showed off last night.
Yeah, yeah.
You'll never guess what they are.
Yeah, you're right. I won't.
You should try though.
No, because I don't know Pokemon names.
You know this Pokemon. I can tell you that much.
Oh, one of them.
I'll give you a hint. It's not Charmander.
Charizard.
It's not the Charmander line.
It's Squirtle.
It is in fact Squirtle.
I forgot the other one. Venusaur?
Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur.
Right. Bulbasaur is the first one.
Yes. And you'll never guess the second one.
You're right. You're right.
It was Squirtle again.
Damn, it's a Squirtle gang.
But my other Squirtle was Alpha.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Is it Amogus?
What?
Oh, great. Another streamer that's an electric type. I've seen that one before.
I had a nickel for every time the electric type specialist was the streamer. I would have 2
I would
nickels.
have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happens twice. I wanted you to keep talking, I was just gonna interject.
No, I set it up, you knocked it down. That's the way it works.
Is this just gonna be a new thing in Pokemon where they're like, here's a fucking streamer character? Oh, great, and the fucking guy is like an antisocial guy. It's just like, no, my fucking streamer, how dare you?
Yeah, dude. He's into the streams. He knows everything about her.
And everyone who is into streams is just a huge fanboy that refuses to see their favorite streamer take them out.
Nah, he helps you. He's only out for his streamer to take an L. And then I do one reset of what? So what wild zones do you have unlocked? I don't remember how many there are by that point. 10?
Yeah.
Which one's your favorite?
Why would I have one?
I don't know, man.
I go to them, I capture Pokemon, I leave. There is nothing about them that inspires.
Yeah,
any
but like
sort of-
one of them probably has guys you like, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that doesn't indicate that I fucking like the Wild Zone.
Does it not?
No. Because I capture them and then I leave and I have no reason to return.
Yeah, I'm not asking which one you want to have as a house.
You're asking which one is my favorite, and they're all inconsequential.
We do 5 fast travels, the same location. That's 3.
I will say, I do enjoy how many stores there are, but now when I found out that it's only like 1, 2, 3, 4 places to get clothes from, I kind of wish there was a little more.
But each place has their own stores.
Yes, I know. But each store also has like a minimum selection of things.
Yeah. There's a lot of clothes, though.
It's more than before, and I like it. I mean, look at me. I'm fucking styling and profiling.
By the way, I do need to share screens. I need you to
Okay,
rate my success on whether or not I have achieved my goal of the worst character design of all time.
look, I can't see your eyes properly. Oh, I see. You just don't have a soul. Got it. That's not terrible. You literally made the colors work very well together as like a full outfit. It's
All right.
like
Well,
like I could literally tell you that this is like Banks speaks, basically. That's the inspiration.
more work to do. I
Yeah,
will
like
now
that's actually a
cease
comprehensible
sharing.
outfit, so you should fix that.
Yeah. Gotta go to all of the outfit stores. Have you heard how much Poké Dollars it takes to buy all of the outfits in the game?
I have not researched it, but I've been chipping away at it.
It's a lot. It's a lot of money. In this case, it is about the money, Spider-Man. So are you not a side quest guy?
I've been doing that.
Have you done the Mareep side quest?
Yeah, I got the shiny.
And how does that make you feel?
Anyway,
What?
that's how I feel. Anyway,
Ah, kindness are wasted on you.
yeah, we're all such antisocial people that watch other people online.
Well, she does sell plushies that change the very fabric of the universe, so
I have no idea what you're talking about yet.
You have you been collecting the screws?
I've been
Colorful screws?
Yes.
Okay. You can trade them in for plushies that have effects.
They made a VTuber in Scarlet Violet, and now they made a streamer in Pokemon CNA. And they're both electric types, get it? Because electronics streaming.
Technically, Iono isn't a VTuber, truly. Because she exists in physical space. Like, in the canon of the world, she's not a VTuber.
The world isn't real, bro. She's a VTuber.
Well, then this is also a VTuber by that same logic.
You got me there.
Okay.
I was just trying to treat this one with some respect. No, I'm kidding. I don't have anything against VTubers.
Also, not to spoil anything, but I'd argue this person is more of a VTuber than Iono.
It depends on what you think a VTuber is.
You'll get there. You'll figure it out. You'll agree with me. It's preordained.
I'm just looking at that girl from Scarlet Violet with her shark teeth and like all that extra energy that she's clearly putting on.
What? Just like, because I was born with the jaw of a shark, I'm a VTuber now?
Yeah, because that's not realistic. That's a character. Oh, thanks. Guess I have to put on my fucking Rocco boy again.
What? Hi. You don't have to.
Gave me the mega evolution for it.
Yeah, but you've made your choice. You could leave him behind. And you could get a Mega Greninja if you beat and then do a bunch of battles online. And by wait, I mean you need to get a little stronger because you'll get your ass rocked with a team like this.
What do you mean?
Need you guys to be fully evolved. What?
This is a golden team, I'll have you know.
Yeah, you need them to be evolved though.
Well, obviously, I'm just leveling them right now.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying you need to wait a little bit. Like, I'm not saying, hey, your team's trash, you gotta get rid of them. Go back to the drawing board. I'm saying, hey man, you need to wait a bit before you could go online and get the Mega Stone for Greninja. But also not wait too long, because it is a limited time event.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were talking about an event.
You have to do a bunch of ranked battles in order to get to rank H or whatever, and...
Oh shit, did I just start one?
I don't think it puts you right into it, but it does start communicating. Yeah.
Oh my god, I have to do fucking free-for-all with 3 other trainers?
You have to get to rank K.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, this is fucking cool. Hold on. Oh, that's an interesting mode. Just like a fucking team, like, it's actually a free-for-all, like in shooters and stuff with Pokemon, where you just kind of run in and you're trying to defeat each other's Pokemon repeatedly. That's cool. It's actual like PvP.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
I was gonna say I'm just kind of sad. Like we haven't talked about it, but I'm assuming there isn't any normal co-op going on in this game.
There does not seem to be any cooperative battles in this game.
Which I'm kind of sad about. Like, it's not as if we would be doing anything, but at least just the fact that we had it as part of the island and now it's just gone is kind of sad.
Yeah, but it'll be back.
Houndoom? Okay.
He's trying his best.
Yeah, he's my favorite boy. Can't you tell? I literally styled my clothing after him.
Wearing that Houndoom drip.
Houndoom is my favorite Pokemon right now in this game. Wait a minute, is that you?
What?
What are you doing in the game?
Are you saying that I'm the guy who revives fossils?
I'm saying that he looks like you.
I guess. He has better hair, though.
They'll be like that.
It's true? Can't a man respect a man?
Yes, he can, but he shouldn't disrespect himself.
How is it disrespectful to say a fact about one person's hair being better than another person's hair?
Regarding your own looks.
My hair isn't my best feature.
How do you know?
Well, I think it would be real sad if it was, you know, like...
But see, now you're putting yourself down again.
Yeah, but, like, you're setting the bar at, like, the floor.
No, I'm not. I'm not setting the bar anywhere.
You are. You're a hater. We all know it. I'm gonna need to get a shiny Furfrou before I'm done here. And if I was crazy, I would get an entire set of shiny Furfrous with the different haircuts. Just to be a fucking lunatic. Just to...
By the way, how do I do that thing you do when you're like falling and you're trying to jump up in midair?
You don't... You might not have it unlocked yet.
One down? I swear to God.
Dude, he's just going for a little exercise, you know? He bought this new treadmill.
Oh. You know, while we're at it, I'm gonna do myself a service here. How do I name something? Can I name Pokemon in this game?
Yeah, you just go to the Pokemon, you check the summary on them, and then you click minus to change the nickname. Phalanx doesn't have a gender? Because there's several guys.
Harry, Harry. And you already know. I guess I can't change this one's name.
No, because it was nicknamed. It was nicknamed when it was given to you.
That's cringe.
Yeah, especially because when you evolve it into a Lucario, the name won't even make any sense anymore.
Alright.
That's a good name for a phalanx. Phalanx.
Chris, Harry, Karen, Edward, Lucas, and Quinn. Is that the only Lucas I could find in this game, by the way?
No, you can find more.
Okay, good.
I think some of them spawn. Some of them might spawn on a rooftop somewhere, and then if you don't get another one by, like they spawn in one of the wild zones, but I don't remember which one.
Yeah.
I don't know if the
Oh,
small
I
guys spawn.
wanted this Pokemon. Hell yeah.
It's almost like it was the fossil that you got.
Hell yeah. You know what? You're on the team, buddy. Okay, you know what? This is cool. I got one more close fossil for you. See who it is.
Did you not get the old
Oh,
amber
okay.
as well?
I bought the sale one as well.
What about the old amber? There were 3 fossils to buy.
Oh, free? I only saw 2.
It wasn't called a fossil, it was called an old amber.
Oh, Amber. Okay. Sorry. I didn't register what you were saying.
You might not have bought it because it wasn't called a fossil, but you should go back and buy it.
Well, which menu would it normally be in?
It's in the other items menu.
No.
Yeah, so you just gotta go back to that stone store.
Yeah. More importantly, though. Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright, yeah. Those 2 are in the party. Well, they're both rock, and I don't need that. You know, they can be fun. Just that I have a look because they look like interesting looking Pokemon. I'll put them in. And you are named Terry. You are named Amanda.
You give your Pokemon such human names.
I'm keeping it simple for myself so I can remember their names.
Yeah, but like, how would you not remember Lord Squiggly?
I would forget that I named them Squiggly.
How would you
That
forget
would
the
be doing
name?
it while I'm actively having like headache issues and stuff.
What about the name Scrump?
Doesn't mean I get it, but like sometimes you gotta keep it simple for yourself. This man has perfectly captured how I feel every day. Like just the way he looks, this heavy
Just his
complexion.
his stance,
No, his
his
figure.
endless confidence.
His figure.
Yeah, but you're the one not down on themselves.
I'm very fat.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, Harry, it's time to snack.
Scarlet and Violet has ruined me. Because I feel like I should have seen a shiny by now, but like there's no possible way that I should be feeling that. We've only been here for 30 minutes.
Scarlet Violet introducing a literal sandwich that can tell you exactly where something, or like help you find exactly what you need.
Yeah, this game I just fast travel endlessly to the same position and reset the spawns.
But no, right?
If I get another Squirtle, I'm gonna be mad as hell. Not because I don't like Squirtle, but because like I just want some variety, you know?
I hear you.
Especially because this area spawns like the most amount of different things in the center.
Dude, this guy is literally me right now. I just play normal types because I can't remember anything else. What the fuck? He has his glasses backwards? What the? I never mind. I don't identify with this man.
He's got eyes going out the back of his head.
So I will say I've actually been lucky that this is the weekend right where I got a chance to play Pokemon. Because being like half sick the entire weekend and tired, I've not had any energy to invest into Xenoblade because I like that game is one I'm taking a little bit more seriously. This game has been like really relaxing though.
I got a shiny. It was not.
Sorry, go ahead.
I have a shiny, and it was not in the area that I've been resetting. If
But that something that I think a lot of people like lose sight on when it comes to Pokemon when they're like endlessly trying to criticize that like, oh well, this franchise should have more potential, like and do more things and stuff and not be like so like okay only. But then it's like, well, even if you just like take the games as they are, they're fine. Like they're just kind of. What the fuck is up with you, dude? Why are you giving me such a bombastic side eye? What's wrong with you, man? The hell? What do you want? Yeah. That's you. I'm looking at you. What do you want?
Boar's about to make the most amazing point about the Pokemon franchise anyone's ever seen. Also, Fours spots a random NPC that he doesn't like.
Dude, he gave me a fucking bombastic ass side eye while I was talking. But yeah, no, I just feel like at the end of the day, none of these games are truly terrible. I can't state from my personal opinion that any of them are terrible, and like yeah, the older games, at least the one I've experienced, which is specifically Ruby and Sapphire, I do feel like there is way more charm and way more like things going on with it. I think it's are really good, but for like what this stuff is and what these games are nowadays, they're not bad. They're just kind of like it's one of those things where like if you really care about the franchise to a degree that where you wanted to kind of try new things and like really like expand its wings more, and it's kind of sad to see Game Freak just kind of default a bit too much in how they handled the franchise, and that's a totally valid point.
But
But
you
it's
are
also
also
not
playing
as
a
if the
game
games
that,
we get are necessarily fucking horrendously terrible games.
also this game experiments a lot with the franchise.
But it depends on the definition of like what the experimentations of each game is. Like I will say, I'm having fun with like some of the things that it's doing, like the whole system of combat and stuff. I can't say whether or not it's something that CA has done, like that CA alone has done. What the fuck? How did you? God damn it, Amy. I can't say whether or not CA is the first one to do it in the franchise or anything. It's not
It
as if
is.
what they're doing is like evolutionary in any way. It's just kind of one of those things where like you kind of just go, oh, okay, they finally decided to try this thing, and then you should like take it as a positive. And I just don't have the energy to be like, well, here's all the problems we have with Pokemon as a franchise, and then you're just gonna repeat that year after year. That's just nothing's gonna happen because Game Freak doesn't care. So either you play the games because you're fine with how things are, irregardless, or you don't play and you kind of just leave it be, you know?
Yeah, and you can play and want more from them, but I also think that if you're constantly doing a narrative that the Pokemon franchise is at the worst that it's ever been, then in reality you're just sort of blind to what they've been doing. Like, yeah, you can want more, but we're not at the worst.
Like, it's hard for me to say what the worst Pokemon is, but arguably, if we wanted to actually, if I wanted to put my 2 cents into the ones I've experienced so far, and I don't wish to speak, like this is also why I want to play all the older ones and with you in this case, because I think it would be fun to do it together. But it's because I actually want to go back and I want to experience all the older ones, and I actually want to see, okay, but like this is what these old games are, this is what they got going on, and this is what's good and what's bad about them. And then, because right now I think my least favorite probably is Sword and Shield, just because Sword and Shield is the most like, it's so arguably 7 out of 10 as a game that it's almost borderline just too normal. Like it's just too like meh, you know?
Yeah, I could see that.
And then you compare that to like Scarlet and Violet, where you have like, oh, you were given a Pokemon that's like a special evolution that you can ride, or you have this entire plot line where you go into like zones and then the secrets zone 0 area or whatever, and that's got some interesting lore. And while they're not necessarily expanding upon these things in any massive ways, they still have like a decent, concise story that is fine enough for for the game that it is. Like again, if you just take the game as what it is, which is it's a very simplistic game about you running around, but like catching Pokemon and meeting characters, and nothing about it is gonna make you feel, wow, I sat down and I watched a fucking cinematic masterpiece or something. Like it's just a fucking vibe game, and that's fine. Like yeah, the potential is there, like with a lot of things, and it's kind of sad to see them kind of just like seemingly not care about like actually trying to experiment more, and they kind of fall back on themselves
Except that
on
they've
a lot of things.
experimented more in
They
every single
experiment on
one
the
of the last
small things,
games.
but when it comes to the bigger things, they don't.
Like what? What's the bigger thing? What bigger thing are they not experimenting on?
Like the stories, actual like trying to.
Scarlet and
I'm not gonna
Violet
say
has a lot
going
of
back to the old stories, but like the old stories were like these crazy plots of like you meeting all these different characters, going to the gyms. Like it was simplistic, but it still felt like it was like a
Scarlet and
fun
Violet
plot to
has
have,
more
you
of a
know?
story than Ruby and Sapphire has.
Sorry, what did you say?
Scarlet and Violet has more of a story than Ruby and Sapphire has. By a lot. By like a whole fucking lot.
I wouldn't say a whole lot, but
Oh
again,
no, it is.
all of them
You're
are
fucking
arguably just kind of
blind
like
to the truth.
like if your idea of more of a story is that you spend more time talking to characters who are quote unquote plot relevant, then sure, but it's not as if a lot of things are actually
Name
happening in the
4 plot points that
to-
happen in Ruby.
And why there's okay, plot twist. The two Pokemons are free, even though you try to stop them. That is a twist.
I didn't say twists, I said points. You know, just like any plot point.
Okay, Ruby, so you are trying to become the champion of the world. You have a dad who is a gym master who doesn't want you to beat him because he doesn't want his child to go out into the world, and you have to prove yourself by beating him. That's a plot point that happens. It's very quick and concise, but it does happen.
There we
in the
go.
dialogue. There is a plot against two different versions of eco-terrorism.
Technically, you only get 1 per game, but you know.
Well, if you want to get precise and we go by Emerald standards, you would have all like 3 different plots that would all essentially boil down to 2 gods are fighting, and we need to awaken the third one to stop them. Also, we had 2 different organizations with different goals in mind of what they wanted to do with the world, and we had to stop those. There was also a plot where there was this CEO, who I don't remember his name, but he was going around trying to recruit people who could help him because of the fact that the 2 eco-terrorist organizations were trying to awaken the 2 gods.
That not real. That doesn't happen. I can tell you right there. That's made of whole
There
cloth.
was a character who was like a CEO or something that was
Yeah,
trying
there's
to
the
protect-
CEO of the Devon Corporation who got their stuff stolen, and thus we're like, "Hey, man, can you stop them from stealing our stuff?" But like, it's not like he's going around getting a fucking team together.
Well, no, he's not getting the team together. He's just looking for help, and we happen to be there.
A man gets robbed. You're like, yes, brilliant plot development.
Then we also have what's his name, Wally or Walt, our second rival. We have like May as a rival, and then we have the second rival with Rawls.
Wally, yeah. Wally has an
a
okay
plot
story.
point where he's trying to prove himself, and he can never quite measure up because of how strong we are.
Also because he has tragic instant death disease.
It doesn't. I wouldn't even. I would say Wally has more of an interesting plot going on than May has. May's just kind of like a girl that just.
May isn't there. Like you fight her
So,
3
like, depending on
times.
who you pick, the other gender is there to like.
Yeah, that's but Brendan also not there. Neither of them are there as a person. They are. They pop up like 4 times and are like, "Hey, you're pretty cool," and then they leave.
It's a little bit more.
No, there's like a shockingly low number of appearances of May and Brendan. As rivals go, they appear the least of any rival in the franchise.
Well, that's fine. I wasn't even trying to make a point that May was like a factor. I was more saying that Wally
I
is a
was what I'm
factor.
saying is I'm agreeing with you when you said that May wasn't a factor.
I would still say she is like a character, or like the first rival is still a character that exists, but they definitely are just kind of there to be like, yo, bro, remember that you
Yeah,
have a
bags of
rival.
wet bread are also characters.
But again, that's like saying like the level that May is at is the level that a lot of things are at in the modern games. Where it's just like, hey, I'm a character.
I think that you just kind of miss you're missing the point that there's like a lot more story elements to the modern stories.
The only one that
Like
had
Team
more
Star
story elements,
has
the only one that had more story elements was Scarlet and Violet.
yes, which is why I'm saying that they're working towards it. That was the whole point.
You can't say that they were working towards it when the other ones weren't even doing it.
When they start doing something, you're wanting them to make changes towards story, and the most recent game make changes on the story.
But it's not in a significant change. All they did was like make it the plot point about this like underground area rather than it being like, okay, they also still did the plot of like, oh, you gotta go fight this gym later or whatever. But that was
And there's a
again,
team.
just such an afterthought, just like in how Ruby and Sapphire, it's kind of an afterthought to become a champion when the fucking world or that you're living in is a possible state. Or it's not even that big. Like that's another difference is that in the older games you really felt like it was this like worldwide thing that was happening. But then in the current games it's way more small scale, which I'm not saying as a criticism. That's just how it is.
Yeah, they're telling more personalized stories that matter in small scale rather than every child needs to take on an eco-terrorist, otherwise they're not real.
And they're fine stories because they don't really invoke like super strong feelings. Like when we showed up to like actually defeat the
How do
Doctor,
you not have feelings when you see the stuff with fucking the dog and Arvin? Learning about I'm not going to take criticisms of the plot from a guy who forgets one-third of the plot.
I'm not following who you're referring to right now.
The dog and Arvin in Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, that was a fine like build up towards like revealing them at the end of like being the final boss and what have you.
Beyond that, like even without the final boss, who does put the stakes at the same level as the other games.
The stakes were that there's this secret like area that has some weird experiments that might possibly, I think, move itself towards infecting the real world.
Yeah, it probably would.
And we just kind of go in there. We built towards going in there, and then we do, and then we beat up the final guy. I don't remember. Did they die? The professors?
Yes, the professor had been killed previously. That one's a robot who's made to keep things going while the professor's dead. I'm meaning like not even in relation to what you're talking about, but just the plot about Arvin and Mabostef. The smaller, more personal stories of a dude and his dog, and he's doing everything in his power to make his dog better.
And more personal story. That doesn't mean that the story is good.
What's
Doesn't mean
bad
that the
about
story
it?
is like ain't like super well made or anything. It's just fine.
I'm just dumbfounded by what you're saying, because like it doesn't make sense with how you're like your claim that they need to make stories better. Yeah, they've put a lot more effort into the stories recently. This game has a story that has some really
Yeah,
great
but
elements to
you
it.
can argue that the stories they are doing now are similar to the stories they were doing in the past, and there hasn't been much change. And the only problem is that as the newer games were going on, they lost that original like, hey, there are multiple like things going on. Not necessarily because any of them made sense, but at least you had like this thing going on that was more entertaining. And then with like Scarlet and oh, sorry, not Scarlet, but Sword and Shield. What were you doing in that? Like, were you doing the same things? Because as far as I can tell, you kind of just defeat Leon, who's the champion, and that's your goal. And then I think the President Rose had some world-ending shit going on. If I don't remember
Yeah,
spoilers
like
wrong.
I will say that Sword and Shield is not the strength, like the strongest part of the series in terms of storytelling.
But also Scarlet and Violet, like it had interesting characters. It had like a decent like idea of like a plot that it developed, and it did good with it. But it did good, and that's all you can say. It did good.
Yeah, but you're
And they
talking
could
about
do
comparing it
better.
to the rest of the franchise. Yeah, it's not fucking The Witcher 3 or something,
I'm not gonna
and it
act
never
as
will
if the rest of the
be.
franchise are amazing in comparison, but I'm just saying that like what we have right now is fine, and that's all it is. It's all fine. None of it has been like amazing. Even
I
Ruby and
I
Sapphire,
consider
the
the
plots
story
aren't
of Scarlet
fucking
and Violet to be amazing.
masterpieces. They're just more interesting.
The emotional storytelling of Scarlet and Violet is really great and not just fine.
It is fine.
That can be your fucking opinion, man.
Yeah.
You don't get to talk over me about it.
I'll do it again.
Like again, it's a game for children, so like it's not.
Well, that's another thing where it's like, yeah, you could make the argument, oh, well, these are games made for children at the end of the day, but games made for children can still be intelligent.
This one is. That's what the fuck is that claim, man? And Scarlet and Violet was like I don't see where it's
I'm
like
saying
not intelligent.
I'm saying in the grand scheme of the argument of
In the grand
is
scheme of the
games made for
argument about
children, by
games
the
you've
way,
never
I
played.
don't care for that argument because games made for children can still fucking have more going on than
Yes,
just
but the games
blah.
because in the target audience you do tone things back. There are less things that you are able to do when engaging with a narrative that is made for children. Because at the end of the day, yes, you can have them be complicated,
When
which
I
they
was
do
7 years
try.
old and I was beating up eco terrorists, those were the days.
Just because your parents allow you to do things doesn't mean that
Just
it's.
because my parents allowed me to play Pokemon.
Yeah, one, the eco terrorists are played like. We don't really ever engage with how bad of an idea everything they say is.
Oh, for sure. Like, trust me, dude. I'm not sitting here acting as if the older games are fucking. Okay, yeah. When I say the older games, I can only speak for the ones I know. And as far as I know, I only know Ruby and Sapphire. So I'm going to refrain from acting as if I know all of them. Because there are some of them that have really good records, like what was it? It was Pearl and Diamond and X and Y that were the favorites, right?
No, absolutely not. Far from it.
Okay.
Diamond and Pearl have become very quickly my least favorite spot in the
Well, I'm not
franchise.
talking about you. I'm talking about the public.
public opinion, one, it shifts every 4 years. We pick the new favorite game based on who's turned 20 most recently. Was your first Pokemon game X and Y? Now X and Y is the favorite.
Anyway,
If we're talking about where story peaks,
when most people talk about those games, they talk about either X and Y in terms of the plot and characters, or they talk about
X and Y has the
Fire
worst
and
plot
Diamond.
in the entire franchise. Hands down. The easiest snap decision.
Sure. Anyway,
Black and White, people talk about having a great plot because it does, and I would argue Sun and Moon, well, at least in the Ultra games, has a great plot.
from what I remember, Sun and Moon actually had a good and interesting plot. As a matter of fact, I would argue Sun and Moon, from what I've seen, again, I haven't seen the full game, but I remember seeing like the plot points when it first came out, because I was very interested by how it looked and felt when it came out, but I didn't have the capability to play it at the time. I would argue that that game's story was more interesting to me than Scarlet and Violet. But again, I'm not saying that to start another argument about like the quality of Scarlet and Violet, because I do agree that Scarlet and Violet was good. And like, to be fair,
I am
most of the
willing
criticism against
to
Scarlet and
say-
Violet is focused on the fact the game was broken on launch.
Yeah, but like what I was gonna say there is that like I can actually like if your point of view was to give debate towards whether or not Sun and Moon has a better plot than Scarlet and Violet, there are interesting things to engage with there. The plot of
And I want
You
to
know-
get into these conversations after I've played these games, because I do not wish to make statements that I've heard online and act as if I know what they're talking about.
like I would argue from where I sit that like the first 4 Pokemon games have very little in terms of real plot worth engaging with. Like
Again, it all depends on what type of plot it is you're referring to, because every single game Pokemon has made has literally been, you are a Pokemon trainer, you are capturing Pokemon, you are beating champions, and you are stopping X, Y, or Z thing from happening.
yeah, that's
And
the framing
that's
device.
the plot of Pokemon since the dawn of time itself.
That is
And it
that
all
is the
depends on,
framing.
like, how much they go into each thing. Like in Ruby and Sapphire, they went into the whole thing about the relics and Groudon and Kyogre, and then the legend of Rayquaza. And I'm sure in Fire and Red they briefly touch on the gods of those games and
Really?
yada yada yada.
One, Fire Red and Leaf Green doesn't have a plot.
It's
Red,
just
Yellow, and
the
Blue didn't
champions.
have a plot.
It's just champions and finding legendaries.
You're like are trying to become a champion, and like you run into Team Rocket. There aren't even legendaries really in that one. You know, like we only had the birds and Mewtwo. And yeah, you can find notes on Mewtwo, but it's completely skippable. Like it's not, you know.
Okay.
And I would argue Johto is much the same, other than the fact that like Johto has good lore, but it doesn't have great plot.
Jojo?
Johto.
Oh,
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
okay. I'm not gonna speak on that.
It was a joke. I'm talking about the second region, Johto.
Oh, okay. I misheard you.
Well, you misheard me the first time, and then I said JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Specifically on purpose.
Yeah, sorry. It's the quality of the chat.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like I've seen things of the franchise so far. I've like definitely seen a lot, but and there's plenty of criticism that I do understand. But I've also heard a lot of positives of the game that I myself have not seen. Like I've seen a lot of interesting like examples of like actual characters in this franchise of like all the different games having all these interesting antagonists and I don't want to say protagonists, but like side characters that are part of your gang or part of people you meet along the way, and people from like the shows or the anime that I don't know whether or not they're in the game. Like the franchise has had some interesting stuff happening, and I've not explored it enough to have an actual like full-blown valid opinion on whether or not I feel like the franchise has like wasted its potential as other people will claim or whatever it, you know, again, whatever argument they are making, and I don't wish to disparage whatever argument they're
Like a lot
actually
of
trying
the
to make, but
complaints
to me it's
recently
basically
is that
about wasted potential.
like people don't comment on the story of Pokemon being lacking. All the only thing people really care about is like, oh, look at the graphics. This franchise should be better. Those should be real balconies instead of a
The
texture.
graphics are
Which
one of
is
those
like,
things where
it's like,
I feel
yeah,
like that is low-hanging fruit, but I will say, I do actually think there's like CA looks fucking great. Like even if Scarlet and Violet had definitely some, I'm not gonna act as if I thought Scarlet and Violet looked amazing, but it also didn't look terrible. And the sort of shield, it looks fine. But the CA it actually looks pretty damn good. Like for a
yeah. They
3D,
want the game to look like Grand Theft Auto. That's the goal,
I would
and
say
no
that.
one else wants that. The complainers. I'm not meaning that we
Yeah.
want that.
I have no idea
Like,
what that's supposed to look. I think the people just maybe want to return to the pixel era, if anything.
yeah, because that'll be great. People will be like, ah, I love the game, the 2D games made by the billion-dollar franchise. You know, there's a huge market for
Again,
pixel art
I don't.
games.
I'm just trying to think of like, or maybe it's just the fact that they want them to actually like spend more time on things like add more animation to the characters, add more interesting visuals to them, and they make the world feel a little bit more interesting to like run around and stuff. Like just basically touch up on all the details of things. Not make it GTA, but just kind of make it just more interesting to play and look at. Alright, time to fight the fucking volcano, man.
Did you have to talk to? You might be near where you get the Rotoglide if you haven't already gotten it. It's either this set of megas or the next set of megas. I don't remember which.
We'll see. We'll see. I will also say we haven't brought in Arceus in this conversation at all, but Arceus was probably the one where I feel like that's like actually kind of was an experimental game event.
Looks at two different types of experimental games. Only one of these is an experiment. This game has a completely new battle system that's never been done in the franchise.
Listen, I was referring to talking about things that were on, like wasn't CA, but I was gonna get to the point of being like even CA to a degree has like things that it's doing right now, but just talking about the older games, like I did
Like,
ignore or forget Arceus in the
the
conversation.
point is that the last 3 games they've made have all had experimental elements.
The question is if are those experimental elements
Technically,
enough
the
for,
last
like, a
4
full
had
game?
experimental elements.
Like the
No,
only
they're not gonna
experimental amounts they're doing are such small amounts of experimentation.
What do you mean? Yeah, they didn't make it fucking Tetris. That would be real
Nobody's
experimental.
asking to
Releasing a
make it
Pokemon
Tetris.
game and having it just be Tetris, that would be crazy.
Nobody's asking for it to be Tetris.
I'm just saying, like, let's like list it off, right? This game, new battle system, Scarlet and Violet, the first fully open world Pokemon game. Legends Arceus, like the first sort of it tested those open world areas and changed away from a battle focused game to a full collection and action RPG system that led into these next 2 games. Sword and Shield had the wild area. That was new, that was hip. It spawned Pokemon in the overworld for the first time, instead of just running into them in the fucking grass. Like, they've been doing a lot of experiments, and yeah, they're maybe not changing the world every single time, but few things ever do. Usually you just tweak things time and time again until you reach a new normal that's better than where you were before. It's, incremental.
Well, do you
Like, name
the
me a
direction
franchise
the
that you
franchise
feel...
is going?
What?
Do you personally enjoy the direction the franchise is going?
Yeah, I think we're on an upswing that's going to lead. Like, my guess is that Generation 10 might be one of the best Pokemon games we've ever seen if everything that they've been working towards continues. Especially because it seems like they're taking more time on it.
Like that actually feels like it's been working out, because a lot of what they've been doing haven't been receiving like glowing receptions of people. People are just kind of generally going, another Pokemon game.
Yeah, you say that, but like that's the sentiment online, and then the game sells the best it has since the original Red and Blue.
People, like, even the people
And then
that
it
like the
does it
games, aren't
again.
the people that are sitting here analyzing them, they're just thinking, wow, that was another Pokemon game with franchise I love, so I can play more Pokemon.
Yeah, but like what I'm saying is we've been growing in the number of people who play Pokemon games.
There are the people who play, who are the people that just don't care at all what kind of game it is, as long as they can play Pokemon. And then there are the people who complain because they inherently think that they care too much.
And what I'm saying is the numbers go up. Like, we're not, like, if we were truly at a bad spot in the franchise, if we were truly at a bad spot in the franchise, we would not see sales
that are terrible, but they still get profit because people just like default too much to apathy or just general acceptance of whatever it is. It is what it is. That isn't a direct citation of the quality of the product, other than the fact that they have managed to capture some form of magic, and then they're trying to keep that magic rolling. And it's not an indication of the actual quality of each product every year.
Call of Duty is a franchise that people don't really deeply enjoy, and it has a lot of ups and downs in terms of its sales, right? Infinite Warfare sold 12 million units after Call of Duty Black Ops 3 selling 43 million units, right? There are actual...
Black Ops 7 is set up to fail because of Battlefield 6. Things happen because of rivals. But also think of it this way, when actually, I don't know if that's a good example, to be fair. I was gonna ask you more than anything. I wasn't gonna use this as an example, but more just ask you, do you remember what the sales looked like for Pokemon when Palworld was coming out?
When what?
Palworld.
we Pal World has had no influence on the Pokemon franchise.
Right. Right.
Like Pal World sold well, but like also I haven't really seen anyone care about it since.
Oh, sure. Like people have defaulted because like they were like, oh, this game is fun and it's like more interesting than Pokemon, and then people kind of just moved on because that's what happens with games. I mean, fuck,
But
dude. The new
one,
Pokemon game
Pal
comes
World
out,
wasn't.
people play it, and
I
then people move
I
on.
I would
Like
argue
it's
Pal World, other than being a creature collector, isn't actually competing with Pokemon.
Oh no, I'm not saying that either. But I was more talking
Like
about. We were talking about how
they're an
another
Ark
product
survival
could
clone
possibly.
first.
We were talking about one product possibly impacting the sales of another product, and that
Well,
doesn't
I'm talking
necessarily have
about
anything to
literally
do with.
having your franchise take dips when people think it's at its worst. And we are not taking a dip in Pokemon sales. Like we don't know how well this one's gonna do,
We're
but
not
like
taking a dip in Pokemon sales because at the end of the day, the Pokemon games are fine. They're not terrible. They're good.
I think they're good. And the thing is, we've seen like yeah, Scarlet and Violet had problems, but we're also taking at least a year longer on the next game than we did previously.
And do you think that 1 year extra is enough?
They might have needed two, but like we're making incremental progress. Maybe Gen 11 they'll take even longer of a break. Who knows? It's about
Do you
seeing
like
where
the
the franchise
direction
can
these
go.
games are taking right now?
Yeah, I want to see more from like one. I like the difference in the stories that are more personal and involve like characters with motivations that make sense and helping them in a way that isn't. Yes, I would like to use the legendary Pokemon to disintegrate everyone's brains. And you're like, hey, what if we
Even
didn't
though
do
those
that?
plots could be more interesting than I have a dream that I want to be champion. I also have a dream that I want to be champion. Here's my secret lab. Help me, help me.
That's not the plot of any Pokemon game.
That's the story
Like Scarlet and
motivation of
Violet
characters
has
generally.
has a bunch of has like
You know,
three
the
plots.
character guy with the dog, his motivation was, oh well, I want to be on better terms with my dog, and then he did.
His was, hey, I need to go find these legendary herbs that are said to heal any ailment so that I can heal my dog. And then you go and you find the herbs. And then it turns out his dad is the professor, his dad or mom is the professor of the region and dead in a fucking pit somewhere, being replaced
Yeah.
with a robot.
That was sad. That was sad.
Because they love bringing Pokemon from the past or future. Like that's the equivalent. Them being obsessed with like, oh, we got to get these future past Pokemon out there into the world. We want to live among
Right.
these guys.
But
Like that's
so
that's
I don't know
the
which
hey,
one it
I'm gonna
is.
get rid of all water on the planet.
Which one is Team Plasma in?
Plasma is Gen 5.
Which is Black and White. Black and White.
Yes.
So there is a character in Gen 5 that I am super interested in, and I don't know his name exactly, but it's the green-haired kid. That's I think the son of the leader of Team Plasma.
His name is N.
Yeah, and that's a character who I'm actually super interested in as a character. This is like
Wow.
an antagonistic force.
Dude's interested in one of the main, like the mainly beloved characters of the entire franchise. Who would have guessed? Real original. Why don't you like fucking youngster Joey, you bitch?
Why are you acting as if this story of Scarlet and Violet is original in comparison?
I'm not talking about Scarlet and Violet. You were like, I'm really interested in quote one of the most interesting characters Pokemon has ever made.
Well, yeah. Maybe the reason why it's popular is because it's actually interesting.
There's a lot people like people love the Scarlet and Violet cast. Like they are one of the most beloved group of characters in recent memory.
I like them too. They're good. I like them. I mean, I don't like the DLC ones to be honest. I feel like they're just kind of whatever.
I don't know, man. Kieran's pretty cool.
I don't have any strong feelings towards the DLC cast, to be honest.
Now Carmine, who cares? I don't know if it's Carmine or Carmen, but you know.
Now I'm actually trying to remember the Scarlet cast now. Scarlet Violet cast.
Penny, Nimona, Arven,
Penny or Peggy or whatever. You know, another Futaba archetype.
I'm going to hit you with a steel chair. You had best not see me in the ring.
I will see you outside of the ring. Damn, he got me.
You're wrong. There's no rules outside the ring. I'm going to hit you with 2 steel chairs.
It's not a chair anymore. It's a ladder.
Ladder match.
Right, finally, someone like Houndoom is advantageous towards. Thank fuck. What's
Finally.
the clock? Okay, not too late.
It's like... Is it almost 6 there? Is that how this works?
Yeah, it's almost 6.
Yeah. Which means we've been going over an hour and we're about to hit where we would normally start, I believe.
And we've been having like a whole long conversation about Pokemon.
Yeah. I want to get Drampa. I want
What
Drampa.
the fuck?
Dude, it's Victory Bell. Why are you against Victory Bell? Grandpa isn't spawning right now, but I also want this dog. I want this dog. What's this dog doing? I wonder if there's anything on the roofs behind me.
I got
It's
stunned,
worth-
stupid bitch.
Checking. How do I get on this roof? What's the... Because in theory there could be a shiny up there and I would never know.
Is that my Cracer? Is this the first? I don't know if they did this in Arceus, but is this the first game where you are actually in danger?
Arceus was the first. But this one... Like, this one's really added a lot of complexity to the boss fights.
I don't know if complexity is the word, but it makes it more active, at least.
What word would you use, man?
I just used it. Active.
How is active not complex?
Because I can move my legs, but I can't do the combo.
You'll be lucky to move your legs when I'm done. Hitting you with a steel chair.
Steel chair? Yeah.
Like, you have to dodge patterns. They do different attacks. You have to use your Pokemon and strategize.
Also, what strategy?
I'm sorry, it's not Dark Souls. You want Dark Souls? It's right over there. It's called Dark Souls. You buy Dark Souls instead.
This is not Dark Souls. Don't
I'm
kid
not. I'm
yourself.
saying it's not Dark Souls. That was my exact point. Like, yeah, it's not like the most. It's not a bullet hell. You know, you want to go play
It's a
Toho, go
kid's
do
game,
it, man.
everybody.
What?
It's a kid's game.
I didn't say that. Those are your words, not mine. Don't slander me.
You can't have complexity in a children's game.
This has complex boss fights. The boss fights are good.
Remember when you played Spyro the Dragon at 6 years old? That was way too complex, man. I need simplicity.
The boss fights in Spyro the Dragon are not this complex.
They're not complicated, but they're definitely more interesting.
Maybe to you, fucker. I don't give a fuck about that dragon.
So that's
If he was
your argument?
dying in
Something
front of
to
me
talk about
and
that
I could
character?
heal him with $1, he's getting 50 cents.
What the fuck, man? What did that dragon do to you?
Purple.
What the hell?
He's purple. I don't like that.
What's wrong with you?
Also, he was like a PlayStation guy. I wasn't a PlayStation kid growing up.
Oh my god, shut the fuck up. Who gives a shit? What are you, a fucking child?
I would have been when it was possible for me to play as Spyro the Dragon, and I didn't.
I don't care about the whole console war.
It's not about the console war. It's about the fact I didn't own a PlayStation. Those are facts, man. I'm not like, I didn't like the
I
PlayStation.
wasn't that guy, pal.
I didn't have one.
Okay, but
Did you have every console when you were a child?
Doesn't mean you gotta hate them.
It can mean that I don't have love for him. What's Spyro done for me lately?
Get fucked.
Dude, why'd you fight that dog? That's crazy.
It fought me.
Oh, dude.
What?
I'm so excited.
Let me see.
I got it.
So shiny Chikorita.
I got shiny Chikorita. I'm going to evolve my shiny Chikorita. Help my son, he's very sick.
Oh my god.
He's dying.
He is dehydrated.
And then we're gonna go Mega Stone this guy. I want to see. Have you seen the Mega for Meganium yet?
The what?
Have you seen the Mega for the starters yet?
I probably saw the mega for the Croco.
Do you want me to
Streaming.
turn off my share before I throw out and see the Mega for Meganium?
Please do.
Okay.
Hello,
Oh,
who are you? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know this man. Hold up. Wait a minute.
Yeah, dude, it's Walter White.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
It's fucking Walter White, dude. That's him.
But I think this guy looks so. Recently, I've been watching a video called Pokemon Villain Cipher, which is a rap battle esque thing. And in it, there was like all the bad guys throughout the Pokemon series games, and one of them had a guy that was red-haired. That was basically, from what I could tell, all about evolving humanity with technology and like combining them. And this guy looks like him.
I think that you're speaking of a man by the name of Lysander, which that guy cannot be, because that man's name is L, which is completely different.
Which is
this guy's from Death Note.
Ever related to the letter L.
Yeah, there's no connection point between the letter L and Lysander.
This is his dad, Lygus. Yeah, but I don't know. Again, it's another one of those things where like, damn, I kind of wish I knew X and Y lore now.
Yeah. Now you're not gonna live 12 years thinking this man fully fucking died.
Well, yeah, I don't know what happened. He could have gone to jail for all I know.
No. When we play X and Y, you're gonna be like, ah, that guy fucking died, and then you're gonna remember this moment and been like, ah, I guess not.
Yeah.
There's like no chance he wins.
How does it feel that Sun and Moon are gonna be the last game you and me play together?
What does that mean?
So I know I made a general statement. But I meant as in when we finish going back in time and we're going in order.
just picturing we get to the fucking end credits of Sun and Moon, and you just are like, my mission is done, and you just fade into light.
My planet needs me.
I'm like, what the fuck was that?
That's what you say in response to me. You're just like, what the fuck even was that? Where am I? This is how you find out I was secretly an alien collecting information about culture of the world, and you were directly tied to introducing the Pokemon franchise because it's one of the most like popular franchises of human history.
We could argue it's the most. Yeah.
I
Sun
think
and
Kitty was bigger, wasn't it?
not by profit margin.
I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was Hello Kitty and Pokemon specifically. I need to go to the bathroom now. But yeah, Sun and Moon is gonna be the last one out of all the older ones we're gonna do.
That's not entirely true.
What would come after Sun and Moon?
Ultra Sun and Moon.
No. Why would I replay the game again?
Because they are slightly different.
Well, then we should just go with the other one.
That's probably true, but you know, I think it's funnier to picture I'd trap you in to play both Sun and Moon games back to back.
Yeah, sure, man. I'm like an unidentifiable age group.
What do you mean?
He was just like, "Can you save the world and the city?" And I was like,
I
"Sure, man.
I
I'm a teenager."
I'm pretty sure like we can infer that these characters are likely adults.
No, 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 no. These are not adult characters.
These are I think these are like young adult characters.
Young adult, no, no. Young teen or old teenagers, maybe.
Okay, so like an 18-year-old, also known as a young adult.
Anything under 18.
I don't. Okay, so in your opinion, when do you first go on a vacation on your own to a foreign land?
Have you not heard of such? Oh, bye, cigar. Have you not heard of people doing that?
At what age?
People do that at young ages.
I've never heard of a child that just randomly go into their own to who knows whereville. Like you consider these guys to be your peers in age, right?
Okay, so I will say this. In terms of the idea of like taking a vacation on your own to a city, that is straight up I am an adult and I can do whatever I want to move for sure.
Yeah.
Fucking sure. But I can see arguments for anyone at least at the age of 16 somehow being able to like convince their parents to be like, I want to go to this city to do X, Y, or Z thing. And depending on the parents, they might allow that, you know?
And they wouldn't have sent you there with like a hotel already. They would have you just figure it out on your own.
We just arrived on the airport and then suddenly we're at this hotel.
We arrived by a train. What are you talking about?
We were on a plane and then
we took a train.
Sorry. It started with us flying as some kind of creature, and then it became the train. But I also, dude, in this universe, children are traveling all over the place on their own.
Okay, but you would consider the people standing in front of you to be your peers, correct?
When you say my peers, do you mean that they're younger than me?
The same age, vaguely.
These people are not 27 years old.
No, I'm meaning the peers to the character you're playing.
Oh, yes. Around the same age.
So, there's a plot point that I will not spoil.
It's clear that the way that the models are made compared to other characters in these games, they are modeled as like teenagers or like borderline young adults, but to the point where their highest age might be like 17 or 18. Like they're still.
I think we are 18 or 19 is my read of the characters, especially given plot points that happen.
19, but anything above 20, no.
Well, once you reach 18, I don't think you physically change that much in 2 years.
You do, man. You still like grow in your 20s.
Not most people don't grow in their 20s. At least in terms of height.
But also, if you look at these people, are you really telling me that these are all fully grown adults you're looking at?
I could see it, yeah. I've seen. I went to college. I saw a group of individuals that look like this.
I can see them at 16 years old, which is the legal age in Japan, might we add.
Yeah, yeah. There's a plot point involving that boy right there at the end of the game that implies to me that he's a full adult. Otherwise, this world's crazy.
Oh, dude, this world is already crazy. Have we not established that they send 10-year-olds to fight eco-terrorists?
That's That's my problem with the plot of Gen 3. Like, one, there are several adults there who should be stepping up.
That's the problem with the plot of a lot of games. We're children and we're out fighting mad professor scientists, eldritch gods, and fucking teams of terrorists all the time. And CEOs of wealthy companies of absolute power.
Yeah, but children can fight the CEOs. That's allowed.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's called activism.
No, it's called I'm murdering you right now. I'm actively murdering you. That's my activism.
We don't actively murder anyone in Pokemon. That's illegal.
I can see at least Urban maybe being like, I'm gonna say 17 to 18. He might be the most like oldest of us here, but I would definitely say that the other ones, including us, are like 16 to 17 something, or maybe even.
We
15,
came
like,
to this land with no plan on where to go.
Yeah.
And then the first person we walked up to
Have we
told
met
us to
any
go
of
to
their
a hotel.
families? Do we know if their families agreed? We know that
Who's-
that what's his name, Nevad has a grandma,
Yeah.
and he's still living with her, and like he still has to go home and like check up and stuff. Also, he's like not as tall as the other ones.
I
the other
live
people
with my
here.
parent.
He might actually be the youngest. Nevad might actually be the youngest.
Yeah,
in the
he
group.
could be. Mainly, I'm talking about your character, like your character and what's his name
Oh, shit,
slash
I'm
what's her
fighting
name.
Fugnari.
Yeah.
I would say Naveen is 15, 14 maybe. Probably 15. Us and Lita are like 16 to 17, and then Urban is like 18, maybe 19, as you said.
All right. When you get to the end of the game, tell me if you're gonna do 15 extra rounds of the tournament, and if not, I'm gonna tell you the plot point that I believe confirms this is probably one. We have gone away to a foreign land for who knows how long as a tourist with no, like, a rational parent would have been like, hey, we've rented this hotel for you, you're gonna stay here, and not be like, hey, we're gonna let you go on your own and figure it out.
A rational parent wouldn't send their 10-year-old child into the world either, but the writers don't care.
Well, one, we haven't really seen a
Also,
10-year-old
I'll let you
Pokemon
forget,
protagonist.
Scarlet Violet
in-
also was about like you being like a young teen.
Yes, you are a young teen in Scarlet and Violet. You go to
And
school.
you went out into the world and did some
The plot
fucking
points
whack
are
shit.
different.
Like the people in this world do not give a fuck about what age you are as long as you're qualified.
It's not entirely true. One, also, our character was somehow not a Pokemon trainer.
We're just a tourist.
Yeah, we have no Pokemon of our own. We just get handed one as we come into France.
That's so true. We literally showed up and we were given Pokemon.
Yeah.
And we're just like super master elites. Oh, I guess I'm finding the meme. I wasn't fully paying attention.
Yeah, you're threatening his streamer.
My favorite streamer. I must protect her.
Oh, buddy, you're fucked.
How old would you say Emma is? The detective lady?
Yeah. Emma?
Mm-hmm. How old?
Oh, 20s.
Mm-hmm. Well, she's probably 19. Maybe 20. Because we know that this is 5 years after X and Y, and she was like a random teen.
Well, I wouldn't know that.
Well, I would, and that's why I'm telling it to you. This is not a spoiler.
Sure, man.
If it was a spoiler, it's going to get spoiled because she's going to talk about things that happened.
Alright, I think this is a good place for me to stop. I'm not done with this cutscene.
Why?
I'm tired.
The word you're looking for is weak. We haven't even gone 2 hours yet.
You can keep streaming.
No, I'll just wrap it up. It's not the most riveting stream content.
Well, that's because you don't make it.
I feel like we've had good conversations.
Yeah.
But I can wrap it up here. 56 hours of playtime. Shining Charm, definitely worth grinding for. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you next time.